and welcome to the Clarion Energy News Studio. Today I'm joined with Denis Maia. Denis, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Denis, can you give us some insights into the challenges around non-technical losses in Asia?
Yes, that's an interesting point. First of all, it's a global problem. There is no specific region in the globe, so have huge losses. So World Bank is saying that we have currently around $96 billion problem in terms of non-technical losses only in electricity. And Asia will have a big concentrate of that portion. So if you think about India, for example, in South Asia, we have more than $20 billion only in one country. South Asia, all Pakistan, Bangladesh, they're very high level of non-technical losses, but also Southeast Asia, so Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. So these are countries that are facing a huge challenge in terms of non-technical losses. So when you look for the socio-economic of the countries, so let's say this gap between the economic classes, and you have all this challenge. So people are struggling to use the electricity with the price and more. You have the increase on the rates is higher, you have a level of non-technical losses. So that's a big challenge for these countries to face the economic growth at the same time. They have a big population and they have to tackle all these problems of non-technical losses.
And what are some of the solutions that Choice has to offer with some of these challenges?
Yeah, we have a platform called Revenue Intelligence. This is a platform that we have 16 years of experience on that. So we cover the full revenue assurance process, from the identification, from the patterns of fraud, to the selection of the best customers, to the analysis of the customer journey, to the generation of work orders, up to the monitoring of the results and KPIs. So we can have the full stack, the full business process, and this is quite important to the company. It's not only an analytics engine, that's very important to say, but we have a software layer covering the full revenue assurance process end to end. That's how we can support the utilities. And if you talk more in terms of functionalities, when you come to the machine learning piece, we can get information from the different corporate systems, billing, CRM, GIS, SCADA, whatever, MDMs, and put all of these together, and the software can predict what is the customer propensity or probability to represent non-technical losses, and what is the value involved in case you find a loss in cubic meters, kilowatt hours, or currency. With this information, the utilities can prioritize field inspections and send people to the fields to check if there is a loss or not. That could be a fraud, a meter tampering, a bypass, but could be not a fraud, but a meter problem or something that is wrong, but the utility at the end of the day is losing money.
And what are some of your plans to expand your geographical scope?
Yeah, so currently we have strategic alliances as Smart Energy Water. In fact, we are sister companies with common shareholders. And we have, on that sense, an office in India with almost 300 professionals that we can cover South Asia and Southeast Asia as well. And we are thinking expand to Singapore and to be a regional hub more for the region. And currently we count also with other partners. Tata Power in India is a customer and partner at the same time, specific for India, but for the whole region with their experience as well. And we also work with system integrators that can work all the digital transformation and make all the integration of the corporate systems. So in a nutshell, that's our plan to support the let's say, APAC region.
Outside of your market focus, what other industries are you interested in?
Well, in fact, our focus is 100% utilities. So that's our strategy. By definition, we want to to go globally and to be a leader in all sense in utility space. So our goal is to be the global leader, as we are recognized today according to Northeast Group, the American independent research company, but we want to solidify that, and in all continents we want to have this leadership. That's why we are not having any focus on other industries. We are 100% utilities, electricity, gas and water, but 100% in utility space.
And where do you see the Asian utility model within the next 10 years?
What do you mean specifically in the Asian utility model?
So where do you see some of the biggest changes and developments happening?
Okay. Yeah, I see first of all the unbundling, that's have a huge play in the region. When we look, you have mainly electricity, the concentration is very high, mainly in Southeast Asia. You have some countries with one single utility and others with two or three. So when you have the unbundling, I see that you have a bunch of retailers that could be dozens at the end of the day in big countries as we have here. So this will bring a lot of competition to the market and bring down rates, and it will be a very competitive market. So on one hand, I think this is a quite interesting transition that you see in the region. And at that moment, topics like customer experience, customer engagement will be very hot in that sense. And also on other hand, in terms of generation, you see more and more distributed generation with solar. And we are seeing here a lot of providers talking about this. And I see this will be a big transformation as well. Yeah, and for sure, all of these together, analytics will have a huge play, because you have a bunch of data. What do you do with this data? And so the companies could use and leverage all the information they have to generate, let's say, better business results.
And as people are saying, data is the new gold.
Well, the new oil, the new gold, whatever you want, but that's a reality. I say that the main asset for an utility or any other company in other industries is the data, and their data, in fact. That's the asset. So when you think in utilities, the main asset is not a substation or a grid or a pipeline. It's their data, because they know everything about customers, transactions, loads, whatever. If you get this data, work this data with analytics, you can do incredible things.
Denis, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching. For more industry-related content, follow the on-screen address.